Today we're going to talk about the most common sound in English, and it's called a schwa. It's a vowel sound, and it's so common that it was even given a name. Schwa is always unstressed and never occurs in the stressed syllables. A cat, teacher, all vowel letters can be pronounced like schwa. About, open, family, doctor, focus. Natives call a schwa a relaxed sound. They say relax everything, and that's a schwa. But for us, that's not actually true. So let's delve deeper into the mouth shape and find out if that sound is that relaxed for us or no. When pronouncing any sound, we're going to focus on three main things: lips, jaw, and tongue. The tongue is the most important thing. Lips and jaw only help us to produce the sound more accurately. And you already know how you need to position your lips. Spread them in a half smile. The jaw is dropped a bit, and the distance between your teeth can be measured as the width of a straw or a pinky finger. So you can place a straw between your teeth and try speaking like that while you practice for your mouth to remember the position of your lips and jaw. And the most important thing, the tongue. It should be flat at the level of your teeth. The tip is touching the gums, not the teeth. If the tip is touching the teeth, it's located too high in your mouth, and then we're going to have a sound like That's why you need to drag your tongue a little bit back for the tip to land onto the gums. At first, it might be challenging to make your tongue take the necessary position, but with time and practice, you're gonna nail it. To make it easier, you can try lowering your tongue with a straw, or placing it on top of your tongue. The edge of a straw should land right on the teeth from one side. Pay attention, you need to see your side teeth here. Schwa is also called a thinking sound, but compared to Ukrainian where we think like Brits always add the sound to the schwa. So do the same when speaking English. About. Try to make schwa as weak as you can. And quiet it down. Focus on b. Make a nice explosion here. About. Again. Same thing here. Explosion on g. Again. And try to stretch. Focus on g, then on not again. Again. Doctor. Nice explosion on d. So place your tongue behind your teeth. Find this hill that we have there, and we're not touching the teeth at all, so just behind the teeth. And hold your tongue there for a second to create nice explosion. Then drop your jaw down for It's not doctor, not American thing, so doctor. And schwa at the end is really nice and open. It's even closer to Why? Because it's at the end and we have plenty of space, so if you noticed, it's even longer than in about. Doctor. So open your jaw here nicely and wide. Make sure you can't see your tongue, because if you see it, doctor. That's already incorrect. The tongue is positioned too high. You need to see the darkness in your mouth. Doctor. Because if I open the mouth then, I can see my side teeth. So the tongue is really flat and low. But don't lower it a lot. Like, it doesn't have to be like, right at the level of the teeth. That's enough. Also, pay attention, the r is not pronounced at the end. Doctor, tomorrow, tomorrow. Focus on make it longer here. And there's nothing between t and So the schwa is between the consonants, then we kill it. And there's no need to position your tongue low for the schwa here, because you just move from t to Create this nice and soft t, like a whisper. So you don't need to add any voice, like t, t, t. Only soft and airy t, t, t. Tomorrow, summer. Again, focus on s and make them very long. Summer. Schwa at the end, closer to a. So open your jaw nicely. Continue, continue. The schwa is between k and n, so no need to pronounce it, and just say kn, kn. Make the k nice and soft, just whisper. K, k. Continue, and make n longer here. Continue, continue. Protect, protect. In the beginning is also really, really soft. No voice at all, just whisper. Protect, protect. And the schwa is between p and t, so we just kill it. Family, family. Pay attention, there are only 2 syllables. It's not family, it's family. Family. Make really, really long and bite your lip. Bite it from outside, not from inside. So it doesn't have to be soft, like, but, and make it long. Family, family. The vowels are short here. It's not family, family. And you move right away to m, family. And smile at the end. Lee, lee. Go to work, go to work. Soft, as if you have the sound after it. And it's not, so we're not raising the tongue, it's just flat and we're breathing out. Inside of it, work, we have a long schwa. Work, work. So lower your tongue, like for the schwa. Go to work and focus on go and work. Pass the biscuits, pass the biscuits. Again, we don't need to say the, because next sound is a consonant, b. That's why we just kill it and make it really, really quiet. The biscuits, pass the biscuits. Focus on pass and b. And there's no w in biscuits, so it's not biscuits, just biscuits. Ride a bike, ride a bike. Try to connect rider, rider, like it's one word. Don't pause there. Ride a bike, ride a bike, ride a bike. And focus on ride and bike. So make r long and b like an explosion. I was going to tell you. I was going to tell you. Tell is the main stress. Go from going is an onset. So we don't have to stress I and was. In fast speech, I is pronounced just like So your tongue is flat like for the schwa and you're just saying Again, why don't we stress this I? Because it's already clear that you're talking about yourself. Why would we stress it? Otherwise it would mean I was going to tell you. Not he, not she, but I. So normally we don't need it. That's why we're going to stress go. Was going to tell you. You need to pay attention all the time. You need to pay attention all the time. Time is the main stress. It's at the end. Need is the onset. So we don't stress you unless we want to say you need to pay attention all the time, not somebody else. But it's a regular sentence, we don't have any context, that's why we're gonna stick to the rules. Here we also stress pay and tend from attention, because they are also meaningful, they're content, but they're less stressed than time and need. You need to pay attention all the time. The airport is not far from the capital city. The airport is not far from the capital city. C from city is the main stress. A from airport is the secondary stress. Pay attention, we don't say air, it's just air, air, air. The is always pronounced like the before a vowel. So air from airport is a vowel. And then what we have? We have 2 vowels together. Again, the, e, and air, airport. Again, to connect them, we need a consonant. So we're gonna look for the closest consonant to E from the, and that is Y, the airport, the airport. So don't forget to use that small Y in between. At the same time, this the should be really quiet. Not the airport, but the airport, because our first stress is air from airport. Make nice and long n in not and drop your jaw. Bite your lip on far and from. Capital, soft and airy, capital. A lot of schwas here, tul, and capital, from, and not from. Today we're going to shadow Jonathan Bailey. He's an English actor who played in Bridgerton TV series. First, let's listen to the piece.
If I wasn't an actor, I think I'd love to be a primary school teacher. I mean, I think all teachers are basically, modern day heroes, and I love going to see my niece in her nativities and stuff at school, and I just always think they're just so sweet and lovely and generous, and I think being a part of that is pretty special.
Now let's analyze it bit by bit.
If I wasn't an actor, I think I'd love to be.
If I wasn't an actor, I think I'd love to be. B is the main stress here, I is the secondary. So here he wants to contrast it. He wants to say if I, not if somebody else. T in wasn't is not pronounced. So just if I wasn't an actor, nice drop jaw on a, actor. In actor, we have a final schwa, actor. But the next sound is a vowel. If I wasn't an actor, so we pronounce a small r in actora, actora. And I here is not pronounced like actor-I, but actor, I think. Actor, like the schwa, the tongue is flat, but we're just saying I'd love to be. The same, not I'd love to be, just long l in I'd love. Bite your lip on v, and to be is just t, nice and soft t, not to or not ter. To be. The stressed words here are I, wasn't, because it's negative, ac from actor, think, and be. If I wasn't an actor, I think I'd love to be. And the tone here is mid-level. It means we're not moving down to be, or up to be, but just we stay at the same level to be, like he's thinking, be, or like a robot. Be. If I wasn't an actor, I think I'd love to be
a primary school teacher.
A primary school teacher. So here his voice is going down a little bit, and the stressed word is pri, like the stressed syllable is pri from primary. In the beginning is a schwa, so it's really, really quiet. A primary school teacher. And then what's going on? We're going down from pri, because that's the main stress. And yeah, so now you can see that it's not at the end. Because this word, it means one thing. What kind of a teacher? Primary school teacher. So move down in steps. A primary school teacher. Teacher, nice schwa at the end, open mouth. Teacher. And prime. A lot of air. It's not prime, but just whisper. A primary school teacher.